sisters. This is Rachel and Rebecca checking in. So I quit my job last week. Wait, I thought we ghosted him. I'm starving. Wait, what are you wearing? Age is just a number. No, we can do anything.
What's up, guys? Today I was editing the clips for the podcast and I was in CapCut trying to do some auto captions because I like the caption options that they have better than the Instagram Reel tab. And they will not let you use auto captions unless you have the pro version. And if there is one thing about me, I am never using the paid version of any app, nor am I subscribing to anything. Like, if it is a subscription program, you lost me.
You've lost me there.
My parents, or our parents, put the fear of heaven and earth in us when it comes to subscriptions and recurring payments.
You know the company Rocket Launch?
Yes, Rocket Money.
Rocket Money. Every time I get ads for that, I'm like, I don't need that.
I'm like, what subscription?
I'm like, I have 3 subscriptions running right now, and I can tell you all 3 of them.
Oh, I know all 3, and I do annual billing.
You do annual billing?
Minus my gym membership, but yeah, like my Aura Ring is on annual, my Natural Cycle's on annual.
Wow.
I just, I'm not playing, but when you get those
what
annual
captions do you end up doing, actually? I have no idea.
Oh, you guys, the hoops I jumped through.
What did you do?
So I was trying to use ChatGPT to get an SRT file, because if you get an SRT file, you can upload the SRT file to CapCut, because I tried to type the captions manually, but then they weren't timed right with our audio.
Oh my gosh, that's a mess.
So then I used ChatGPT to find another free AI that wouldn't take my credit card information. I don't want to make an account. That's also a thing for me. So I used ChatGPT to find another AI that would scan the video, create this SRT files with basically timestamps for the captions, which I then uploaded into CapCut. And then I remade the auto-generated captions based on like the font and text style that they use in the captions I wanted. When I tell you I will go to any length to not pay that subscription, like, I am still fighting with no iCloud storage. And I refuse to pay $1.99 a month to Apple.
That's crazy.
They already take an arm and a leg for my phone. The least they can do is give me some storage.
That's so crazy.
But no, I'm just suffering in silence. Davis makes fun of me. He's like, really? The $1.99? I'm like complaining about storage like every other day. He's like, it's $1.99. And I said, no. It's a principle thing.
Put your foot down, honestly.
Yes. I have to take a stand somewhere.
Take a stand.
No, I can't.
No, it's so funny. You were texting me about doing the captions, and then immediately I thought back to when I was dating this one guy.
Yeah.
And like, similarly to you, I am like frugal, but also just like, don't spend your money on dumb subscriptions. Mm-hmm. Like the apps that are like $3, like, don't pay for that. Anyways, so we were dating, and he didn't have like a lot of money, and we were like serious-ish.
And you're like in college.
And you're in college, yeah. He has no money. Like, I had like work. I was a year ahead of him, and I had worked, and so I had like more money than him saved up, basically. Yeah. And I think he was running on low for money. But anyways, I think I'd like just like got him like bought him like a meal at Chipotle, like something like kind of nice like that. And then I remember going over his house and him being like, "Oh my gosh, like I just got this new weather app." It was like, it had like nominal extra like weather functions to just like your Apple weather app. Like, he is learning nothing new from this weather app.
And he was paying?
And so he was paying $2.99 a month for it. I was so mad at him. I was like, I just bought you food and you're going to spend $2.99 on this weather app that's giving you absolutely nothing.
That's
I
wild.
was livid. It's diabolical.
That's crazy.
He was spending money on that when he didn't have money to spend on the other things.
Also, a weather app.
I know.
Like, come on. Like, you're not like an aviator whose like job is relying on the weather.
Oh, I was
crazy.
Pissed.
I also like wonder on like if you're getting niche, like you can just go to like Wonderground or whatever those weird weather websites are. Like, that's crazy.
You just go to weather.com. We broke up.
Okay.
Anyways,
needless to say, that's a sticky point, because that's like, okay, what other decisions are we making?
No, that's what like tip of the iceberg.
Hard. Yeah, that's what's so hard. You guys, I knew we had amazing listeners, and then this week for our Sister Hotline, you guys just came through for us. I am obsessed with all of you. You're amazing, and these are good. One of these stories is long, and I'm so excited to bring you along for this journey. It's amazing. Can I just get started?
Yeah, just get started.
Okay, the first 2 are questions. The first one being, why do girls ghost? And I'm hoping this is a male listener of ours. That's amazing. I love that we have everyone. Okay, Do you want to go first? You go first.
I feel like girls ghost the same reason that guys ghost.
Yeah.
Like, bottom line is like, they're not interested and you're just like not that high of a priority. Like, that literally is the bottom line. Like, it hurts. And like, here's the reality is like, everyone's been ghosted.
Yeah.
And everyone has ghosted too, for the most part, I think. Yeah. Honestly, even the crazy people that won't stop like pestering you, they've ghosted someone else before.
Probably.
So bottom line, like, she's just not that into you.
Yeah, that's what's so hard is, like, they ghost you because they're not into you, and they ghost because they're just avoiding an awkward conversation that they don't want to have. That's why they're ghosting. Because, yes, they don't like you, and then, like, well, why don't they talk to me? It's because it's an awkward conversation for both of you, and they're just avoiding it, frankly. Like, that's why. Because, like, I don't know what to say.
Because what they're going to say is, I'm just not that into you.
Yes, exactly. So that's why it's just an avoidance thing of, like, I don't want to talk about it. And then... And also, one thing I was going to say, with people ghosting you, the end result is still the same. Like, it's really painful when someone ghosts you, because also they kind of leave the door open-ended. Like, it's an open-ended thing. It's not like you don't receive closure. The ending is still the same, in which you're not together, and also they just don't like you. That's what's so hard.
Yeah.
Like, the end result, whether they ghost you or talk to you, is going to be the same.
Yeah, it's like still rejection.
Yeah.
And like, but here's the thing too, like, about all of this like dating things. I remember I had this memory of talking to this one really hot guy in college.
Yeah.
Anyways, so cute. And we were talking about, I can't remember what we were talking about, but he was just like, yeah, you know, like, here's the thing though, like, everyone gets rejected.
Yeah.
Like, literally the hottest guy I knew in college.
Yeah.
Was just like, yeah, like, everyone gets rejected. And so like, it sucks. It's hard. But like, bottom line, like, what they're also telling you is just like, I'm not going to love you like you deserve, like the way you deserve to be loved.
No.
So like, yeah, it sucks. Honestly, I'm sorry. And the open-endedness is is like the most killer part of all of it.
It's so hard to not have closure.
It is.
They were avoiding, and the reality is, if it really bothers you, that's probably a good indicator that that's not your wife.
Yeah.
Like, if they're doing something that really hurts you or bothers you in that way, it's like, you guys probably aren't a good match, actually.
Yeah, it's probably not going to work out.
Yeah, like, the communication style probably isn't there.
Rip.
But
Sorry.
yeah, it's just avoiding pain.
Yeah.
Everyone loves it. The next one is, which is better, be friends with a girl or ask them out right away? I think
you go. I don't
build
know,
a little rapport. perplexed. I'm all about being asked out. Like, if I meet someone at a party, ask me out on a date. Like, I don't need to hang out with you in a group like 3 times. I think we should go on a group date as a really fun first date. Sure. But I think it's good to just be like, my intention is to date you.
I completely agree. Mm-hmm. Because if you're like friends first, then you get like this weird friend zone thing. And then you have to like kind of break through the friend zone. And then it's just like, I'm not sure whether she likes me or not. Or I don't know. Like, I think it's fine to make your intentions known. Yeah. And if you're a good match, you'll be friends. And like, the reality is too, is like, if she's not into you or you're not into her, like, you're just not going to be friends. Yeah. So like,
and I just think you find out sooner.
I will say though, I think that there are some guys that are shooting their shot. Yeah. And they're like, if she's kind of clearly not interested you in the beginning, I think the best way to go about it is to be friends.
Yeah, if you are trying to take on the task of getting someone who doesn't like you to like you, become friends because they're going to say no to a date. But if you just meet someone right off the bat, I think you ask them out.
Yes.
That's all I would say. Ask them out.
Yeah, ask them out.
Like,
be bold.
Why not? You have
nothing to lose. Like, what? Exactly. Like, what do you have to lose? I think they're thinking strategy though.
No, strategically, I ask them out right away.
No, that's what I'm saying. Girls like to be pursued. Yes. I don't want like a texting buddy.
No, like,
no.
And for me,
I don't want a male friend. Yeah, like, either.
If you're looking for a relationship, I'm not looking to be friends with a bunch of dudes. Like, no, I'm looking for a boyfriend.
That's my thing too. Is like, my guy friendships can only go so far because it's like, I don't want to date you. It's like, I'm not going to spend my time with you. For sure. Well, yeah, don't be friends.
And as soon as you get married or start dating someone, you have to cut off your guy friendships. Yeah. In my opinion.
Ask her out.
My next one is...
Good luck. Let us know how it goes. Yeah. Sorry,
I believe in you. You're amazing. If you listen to the pod, you've got great taste. My father-in-law told me all my trauma will resurface once I have kids, and it will be difficult for me to navigate. And now I'm terrified to have kids.
Okay, so it sounds like you have had some trauma, which, by the way, I think that's totally normal. Like, no one goes through life unscathed. Yep. And it sounds like your father-in-law is the one telling you that said trauma is going to cause you to be a bad parent is what it sounds like, really, right?
It's going to resurface when she has kids. So yeah, I don't know if it's resurfacing, probably going to affect her kids.
Yeah. I feel like that is a weird thing for a father-in-law to say, first of all. So, like, we don't have the context of what it said. Like, if it's said out of love, then, like, maybe you should, like, I don't know. Like, if it's said out of, like, true, genuine love, like, maybe listen to him. But it feels like it's not. Like, the fact that you left that conversation terrified, I don't know. That feels weird to me. This feels like a father-in-law should not be saying this to his daughter-in-law. Like, I don't have a father-in-law, but, like, I don't know, like, you should maybe tell, like, your spouse to tell you something. I don't know. What do you think?
This didn't go well enough such that she is writing into the podcast.
Yeah, true.
So clearly there are some feelings here, which rightfully so.
Yeah, I would be offended too, honestly.
Yeah, I'd be
taken aback.
No, like for my future kids, especially when it's like linked to your future kids and you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. This is taken to a big place.
Yeah.
I just come back to the point that you mentioned where it's sad to me that you come out terrified, because if you're terrified about something, probably you could go to therapy and like figure it out. Like if you're genuinely like, okay, maybe this had some weight, even if you didn't go about it the right way, don't go to therapy for your father-in-law, go to therapy for yourself, and so you don't feel nervous. I also am going to say, like, the people that are most terrified to be parents, sometimes I think become the best parents because they understand, like, what a big deal it is and how they actually are going to, like, impact a whole life that they're raising.
Yeah.
So you're going to be a great parent, first of all. And yeah, I just don't think this conversation went the way that it was supposed to, because you walked away terrified. Like, you didn't walk out empowered or being like, okay, like, these are the steps. This is what I really want to do. Like, my family and like my in-laws are rallying around me because they like really want me to be successful. And they're like, we have so much faith in you. You're going to be so awesome. Like, these are some things that like we think can help. I think also like voicing concerns to children-in-law, even like to children, or just voicing concerns to people in general. Even if I was like talking to my spouse who had a lot of trauma and I was concerned, like that's a very loaded conversation.
Very delicate. You have to treat it very delicately.
Yes, that's not just like hey, you're gonna screw those that's coming up and you're gonna screw those babies up. Like, oh. So this, I don't love the terrified feeling. That makes me sad for you more than anything.
Yeah. And like, I think you said this, like, listen, if you have stuff that like you need to work through and like genuinely makes you terrified as a parent but in the fact of like looking at yourself being like, okay, if I have some vision in 10 years when my kids are 3, 5, and 10, like, how is this actually going to come out? Like, if you can just look your trauma in the face and be like, okay, like, how could this manifest itself? Like, I think that's a good exercise to do, because like the fear is coming from the unknown. Yeah, essentially. Absolutely. Like, he's making you afraid of the unknown. So like, let's play out some scenarios and be like, okay, like, what's actually going to happen? You know what I mean? And then like, awareness is the first step. And then 2, like, you got to choose how to respond to scenarios. And like, you may be more inclined to act a certain way than another one, but like, no one's perfect. And also like no one knows anything. Parents, when they were the first, like our parents, that was the first time that they parented. Yes. And so like, they had no idea what they were doing. No. And so like, yeah, the fact that you're worried about it, I think is a really great sign. Yeah. So
for me, I almost break this up into 2 categories where there's like one part that is the trauma that you're worried is going to impact your kids. The other part is just like how that information came to be. Yeah. Or like came to you and how it was packaged to you. And yes, like, the trauma affecting your children is like something that's like completely in your control. Yeah. And not like completely in your control, because the trauma is out of your control, but like how you react to that is within your control.
So great. Like, take a look at that.
Yeah. So like, this is for you to decide. The thing that's hard is like the father-in-law coming to you and that point of communication not being in your control. And I hope it was said to you with love. And like, maybe you can get to a point where it's like, he just like had the best intentions and it wasn't said the right way, but he wanted it to be said the right way. I hope that's the case.
Feels inappropriate.
Yeah, like, if that wasn't the case, I'm like, maybe talk to your spouse.
Yeah, what does your spouse think? Maybe, I think your spouse and like letting him know like how it went, like, or like that conversation went, like, I'm curious about his thoughts.
Yeah, and like, I think you should let your spouse know how you are feeling about the conversation.
Yes.
And just being like, hey, I felt like they kind of maybe overstepped a little bit as far as if like that's not a pre-established relationship you had with your father-in-law, like having deeper conversations and he just decided it was his place to tell you that. Maybe you just like communicate with your spouse that made you uncomfortable and you felt like it like wasn't really his place. Even if here's the thing. I think the father-in-law can have valid concerns and still go about it the wrong way.
Totally.
And this, to me, feels like it went about a little bit the wrong way.
Totally does.
Even if those concerns were valid.
Totally.
And so I think you feeling some type of way about it is valid, even if his concerns about your trauma were also valid.
Yes.
There's a lot of validity going on. And I'm just saying they can go about it the wrong way that makes you feel some type of way about it. And I think you should talk to your spouse and like tell them how you're feeling about it because that's their parent.
Yeah, and the good news is like, you know what? Not all is lost here.
No.
Like, you've got this.
Yes. Like you totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're going to be great.
But no, that's weird.
Yeah,
Objectively, like that's weird. And it's okay that you feel weird about that.
Yeah, no, like that would throw me off guard.
Yeah, that would can you imagine actually? Yes. Yeah, that would totally throw me off guard.
Especially because like probably your trauma is large enough that they know about it and they're coming to you.
That's what I was saying is like that's not like little trauma, like he knows something about you that like it's probably a lot.
Yes, like a traumatic childhood, a traumatic event, something that's like big enough that they would know about and could then convey to you. That's like a very heavy discussion. A lot for you to take in as well.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's not going to be like just little like, oh, XYZ. It's going to be like a big event. They're like...
Probably.
Which is also a lot for you to dig up. So, that's hard.
Yeah, that's hard. Yeah, it's just like, it just doesn't make you feel good.
Yeah.
But you know if what? This is important to you and like... your children's lives are important to you, which it sounds like, then like look the trauma straight in the eyes and figure it out and you're gonna be okay.
No, you're gonna turn this into your benefit.
Like here's the reality. This is gonna help you.
Yeah, like this was like an awkward situation and the way it came about, you're gonna make this benefit you.
Yeah, totally.
And you and your father-in-law's relationship will be one to navigate with your spouse.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah. You may want to communicate with him too, but maybe as you're going over your trauma with, potentially a licensed professional, you could also bring the father-in-law into this discussion and be like,
you're like, this makes me feel weird.
Yeah, this makes me feel
and the therapist will be like, yeah, I think that makes sense.
Yeah, it would make me really, honestly, it would make me feel so self-conscious.
For sure. Well, and then next time you see him, and then when you're parenting your kids, it's just like, oh my gosh, he's just watching the whole time to see if the trauma is going to manifest. That would be really annoying.
I know, like I would just be so nervous.
You're on eggshells, basically.
Like just the whole time. And these are the types of things that make me nervous to open up to people. I'm like fully just speaking for myself now, not for this individual. But this is what makes me nervous. And also it's hard about for me to like open up to people about difficult things is that it can be used against me in like a scenario like this.
Yeah, I imagine the comment was like, well, if you don't deal with this, like your children are going to have this. Like I imagine that's kind of how it came off, but I'm not really sure.
Which and like maybe he did go in a thoughtful way, but no, but I'm just saying like not even in this, like just for me.
Just well, that's what I mean, just like in an attacking way.
Yeah, like just somebody can even
it's ammunition.
Or even they can just like bring it up in scenarios where it's like, hey, I don't want to talk about it right now. Yeah. That's what's hard is like sometimes once I feel like I share something with someone, they feel like they have a license to talk about it at will and at their discretion. When it's like, no, I kind of want to talk about this like at my discretion on my terms because this is like a very loaded, heavy topic for me.
Yeah.
And I think that's what becomes hard about sharing is then like other people feel that they have a license to your trauma and your feelings.
That is a hard thing.
Which I don't love.
Yeah. But I think it's emotional. I think it's good to share with the right people.
Oh, no, I think you should share with the right people. But yeah, I know. Just like sharing in general, I think that's what's scary. I think that's what like makes sharing hard, and then like these situations are what make people also hesitant to share with other people in the future because they're like, man, I shared and it backfired on me, and so now like I'm just hesitant to share with people in general.
That's tough.
So I'm sorry. Anyways, I'll go into the next one. How do I get my boyfriend to marry me? We've only been dating 3 months, but I'm down bad and want him to marry me. Ha ha. Ave, I haven't told him this. A girl after my own heart.
I love this one.
I love this.
Because I get it, girl.
We've all been there.
You know what I think she needs to do?
What?
Channel her inner Carolyn Bessette.
Oh, okay.
I think you just play it coy. Like you play it cool and then like just try to make him obsessed with you. Yeah. Basically.
What does that mean though? Try to make him obsessed with you.
Like I think that You know, I think you should just like be yourself.
Okay.
I think that's number one. Number two, definitely, I think she's like, I obviously haven't told him, like, let him come to you. No one, like, I don't think any good relationship really begins with someone being pressured into doing something that they don't want to do.
Yep.
Like, no one likes that pressure. And it sounds like there's not like some, I don't know, weird trauma thing that your boyfriend has had. Like, after, like, you guys dating for 3 months, like, that's amazing that you're, like, stoked on each other. But, like, I think you do need to be a little bit patient here, for sure. But, like, have, like, honestly, just have him have fun. Like, have fun, be yourself, enjoy this, like, part of dating. And if it's right, it'll happen. I think that's the bottom line, is you just can't really force anything. And if it's right, like, it's going to happen. Mm-hmm. But like, also, like, I don't know, Carolyn Bassett's like so suave. She's so coy. She's so cool, playful, sexy. Come on.
Be Carolyn. I love this one, and I have been here, i.e. my husband and I got engaged after like 4 months. So my biggest advice to you, I'm assuming you live in Utah, because this is like very Utah coded, the whole 3-month thing, is just assume the clothes. Assume the clothes. And what I mean by this is you will be so hyperfixated on the next step. Like, for example, it also was like a priority to me that I wanted Davis to define the relationship. Like, I wanted him to ask me to be his girlfriend. I didn't want to ask him. I wanted him to bring up marriage. I didn't want to bring it up. And that was just the way that I wanted it to go. Personally, I like wanted him to lead the relationship
I feel like the guy wants to lead usually too.
Yeah, I think so too. And I'm assuming you feel the same way because you haven't brought it up yet.
Totally.
But the key for me is assume the clothes. And like, for example, when we weren't dating, in my mind, I was like, no, we're exclusively dating. And what I meant by this was that it made me not act crazy. Because it was just like, we're going on dates every single day. And so I was like, yeah, no, he's obsessed with me. Like, I just decided that he was obsessed with me, not in a delusional way, but just like, yeah, I'm just going to act as if, like, this is what I want. So I'm going to act as if this is the outcome.
It's kind of like manifesting, actually.
No, literally. Yeah, basically. So just assume the clothes and be like, yeah, no, like, I was just like, oh, I knew we were going to date. That's the reality. I was like, we hang out every day, we're going to date. And so, like, I'm just waiting for him to say something. And then from there, I was just like, we were consistent hanging out, and it was like, I just knew we were going to get married. And so then we got married. And I just said, he was
probably bring it too, like, he sensed your confidence in things. Yes. And so he didn't sense like insecurity or like, you're also not crazy. Like,
no.
Like, she is like, Rachel's like so coy and is like,
no, but that's what I mean, is that your confidence in the relationship is so powerful.
Exactly. Like, you're just not insecure, because like people can just sense insecurities on a subconscious level. So just like, yeah, be yourself, be confident.
Yeah, like, you don't pressure them, and you're just like, oh, I'm so confident in our relationship and our connection. We're amazing.
Yeah.
Boom. He's obsessed with you, and you're married.
Next.
This one, you're going to have to bleep the name. If has contacted either of you, I'd run now. I need to know the history here. What happened with John Doe? What happened? Who is he? What did he do to you? These are anonymous, so please follow up and tell me what this man did to you. I need to know. Okay. Lastly, this is the long one. Also,
is this the last one?
This is the last one.
Okay.
Yeah. I had to bring up the iPad for the specific story.
It's a good one.
For some background, I met my now boyfriend 8 years ago when we were 14 and 15. We met through our older siblings who were close friends at the time and eventually started dating. Because of that, my boyfriend and I were always around each other growing up, but strictly as friends. We saw each other at family events, holidays, and just through our siblings in general. This went on for about 6 years. Eventually, our older siblings got married. Around that same time, I was living in Hawaii, finishing my degree and working, while he was off doing his own thing. We were on totally different paths. Fast forward to fall 2023. I moved back home from Hawaii. Suddenly, that teenage friend wasn't a teenager anymore. We started spending time together, and before we knew it, we were dating. And yes, we fully understand the irony. 2 sisters, 2 brothers. I know. That is my dream.
Such a dream.
If only Davis had another brother. They were older. From the beginning, we were aware of the what ifs, especially the big one, what if you break up? You'll always be connected as family. Because of that, we didn't take getting into a relationship lightly. We only moved forward because we both felt serious about building something real together. About a year into dating, I moved in with him at his family's house. We lived in a small room at first while we worked on finishing the basement into a little apartment. The goal was to save money and start building our future. During that time, we also got a dog. So timeline check. It's now December 2024. We're living together with our dog, working toward our future, and that's when things take a turn. Not for us, but for our siblings. After nearly 7 years and 7 years together and almost 2 years of marriage, they started going through a difficult period. I won't get into details because it's not my story to tell. Please tell your sister to write in and tell us the story to tell. But they were both trying to figure out what was best for their future. By spring 2025, things had become really hard and they ultimately made the decision to divorce. As you can imagine, that put my boyfriend and me in a very complicated position. But we were clear on one thing. We weren't going to let their situation define or damage our relationship. Our focus was being a supportive sister and a supportive brother while also protecting what we have. Smart. We made a conscious effort not to get involved in the details of the divorce. That would be so hard for me.
Yeah.
Part of that was to protect our friendship, and part of it was simply respecting boundaries. My sister also didn't share much with me, which I think may have been her way of protecting me in an already complicated situation. Fair. The divorce started out amicably, but like many do, it became a bit more difficult along the way. It also happened very quickly. Within about 4 months, everything was finalized. It felt like a fast rip of the Band-Aid, but it also left a lot of emotions in its wake. Throughout it all, my boyfriend and I tried to stay neutral. We didn't share opinions or take sides because we knew that could hurt everyone involved, our siblings, our families, and our relationship. We just wanted to show up with as much care and respect as possible. However, things became more challenging with my own family. Because we were living in the apartment in my boyfriend's family's home, it was painful for them. They felt like I wasn't being a supportive sister, and at times it was perceived as me choosing sides, or that one family was somehow winning, which, to be clear, is not how divorce works. No one wins. So true. Did I feel uncomfortable at times living there during the divorce? Of course. But truthfully, I didn't know what the quote-unquote right answer was. At that point, my boyfriend and I, had been living together for over a year and a half, and financially moving out wasn't realistic. We also have responsibilities: a dog, a horse, a trailer, a camper. It's not as simple as picking up and moving into a small apartment. So we stayed and tried to navigate the situation as thoughtfully as we could. As both of our siblings began taking steps to heal and move forward, the strain on my relationship with my family grew. They've expressed that they don't want me to have a relationship with my boyfriend's family, while still expecting my boyfriend to maintain a relationship with me. As you can imagine, it's been incredibly difficult to navigate. At the end of the day, I love my sister and my family deeply, and I want to support them in every way I can. But I also know that my boyfriend is the person I seriously see in my future with, and see him as being my future husband. I truly believe that healthy relationships include having positive relationships with others' families. That's something I really value deeply. So here we are, a few months later, still figuring it all out. It's not that simple, it's not perfect, and there's no clear roadmap, but we're doing our best to handle it with love, respect, and grace. I generally wish nothing but happiness and healing for everyone involved. Life is too short for anything less. Thanks for listening to my long-winded story. Love you guys. XOXO. Love you too. This is so complicated. Like, all the layers of it. Do you want to take a first stab? Do you want me to?
Yeah, happy to go. So here's what's tricky. It's like, so you have like these family ties, like the whole blood is thicker than water thing. You don't choose those ties. Like, those are like forever. They're never ending, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Then you have like your boyfriend, who is basically the only family member that you ever get to choose, and ultimately the person that you are literally spending every single day of your life with.
Yeah.
So it's really tricky when you have like all of these family ties plus drama plus people, like family members have done things to other family members. I'm not like directly, but like, you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
So it's just, it's like, it's an unavoidable sticky situation. But when I hear that story, basically all I hear is like, you didn't do anything. Like, you literally didn't do anything wrong, and she was already living with the family, right? Like when they got divorced, yes. Right? So it's not like you even moved in with the family, like post divorce. Like, it sounds like she was already living there, right?
She'd been living there for like a year and a half.
So I don't know. I feel like divorce is really, really hard, and I feel like it takes years for people to heal from that, including family members, because they always are going to take sides. But like, I just feel like the bottom line is if you want to be with your boyfriend, then I feel like it's okay to like figure things out right now, like end goal, should you guys move out and become like your own separate unit so that you're not having to rely on his family, like financially, like, yeah, like that should definitely be the goal. But like in the interim, I think you just try to keep those family relationships up and like stay as neutral as possible. I don't know. What do you think?
You know, as I've gotten older, the more I realize that there are just some situations that are hard. Like this situation is so difficult and I don't think anyone's at fault. You're not at fault for saying, I have been with this guy for a year and a half and I love him. And your sister is also not at fault for getting divorced and have that be hard.
Yeah.
So this is just one of those where it's like, this is so unfortunate. One thing that I would be frustrating for me if I were you is the family, like your family saying, hey, move out, when you're like, hey, financially, I'm not in a place to do that. And to me, if my family said that to me, I'd be like, hey, you are coming with a lot of problems. I need you to come with some solutions. Like, I know this is a problem. You mentioned, like, I didn't love living there, but like, what do you want me to do? I don't have anywhere else to go. Like, we can't just like up and go. So that'd be frustrating. It's like, hey, I already know this is a problem. Not necessarily a problem, but like, this isn't ideal for me either. And I'm just trying to figure it out. And yeah, again, like coming with problems and not solutions, where it's like, okay, well, do you have somewhere you want me to live and go? Because like you're telling me to move, and where? So that would be tough for me.
That would be really hard.
But yeah, like I don't think your sister's in the wrong. Like it's sticky.
No.
You're dating her ex-husband's little brother or brother. Yeah, little brother. And here's actually something that I think that I hope this gives you hope. There's going to be for sure a period where this is awkward, because it just is. As Rebecca said, divorce is hard. But the reality is, my family and my husband's family don't really see each other that often.
Like never.
No, like my parents and his parents like saw each other at our wedding, and like most families that I know, like they're not going on like trips with like their children's in-laws unless they were like friends before. Like that's not a very typical dynamic. And so I think long term, right? Short term is going to be tough because there are a lot of feelings.
Yeah.
But I think they'll be able to work through that, and they'll be able to have a relationship with your boyfriend, because they'll realize your boyfriend isn't his brother. They're two separate people, and like he can be awesome to you, and his brother can maybe have done some difficult things to your older sister, and those are separate things. And I think that relationship can come together, and like the reality is, yeah, your families probably aren't going to cross over. The wedding may be like a little bit awkward because, you know, you'll probably want to keep those two people separate, but like
just see them at different tables.
Yeah, like see them at different tables, and it's gonna be fine. So that's one thing that I think you long term, can be fine. And like you'll both have your like individual relationships with your in-laws and with your parents, and like you're gonna figure it out. It's just like the sticky short term of like, oh, messy ties. And also, if you had been dating this guy for like 3 or 6 months, I'd be like, cut bait with your sister's ex-husband's brother. But it's hard when you've been dating for a long time.
Yeah, and like you're like, I could marry him.
Yeah, no,
that's
like,
really hard.
Yeah, like you see him as your husband. I stand with you that I don't think you should break up with him. I think that's...
Yeah, if he didn't do anything, like he's just not responsible for his brother.
Yeah, like he is his own person, and like that's unfortunate. Yeah. And... yeah, like unless, I don't know, it doesn't sound like her in-laws family did anything diabolical. It was just like, this was a really messy divorce, which like, it's divorce. So like,
yeah. All divorce is messy to some degree.
Yeah, that's what's hard. Like, unless they like murdered a small child, it's like, this just sucks. So, but yeah, like there are just so many situations in life that I've realized as older that are just hard.
It's so hard.
It's not like, oh, I hate your sister. Oh, I hate you. It's just like, man, this is so, everyone's just like trying their best to navigate it.
Yeah, and I think probably what your family's feeling is like that you chose a side. Mm-hmm. Clearly, right? Like, oh, well, like you're accepting maybe this ex-husband's behavior because you're like agreeing to live with his family or something like that, or like you chose his family. And so that's like where they're coming from. That's like the hurt and like not feeling probably supported from like a family unit. But I think just having like open conversations with them is like helpful, and like loving conversations if you want. I think just like making efforts to still stay involved in your family's life is good, because I think naturally when you do live with like parents, like you're just naturally closer to them. Like
you just see them more. Yeah,
you see them more, and so it's easier, which isn't a bad thing. Also, like again, you didn't do anything wrong, but like I don't know. I think just like trying to foster relationships on both sides is like important.
Yeah, no, I trust you to navigate this.
Yeah, no, I feel like it sounds like you've been wanting to do, like you've been doing it with grace already. And honestly, the worst part is over. Like literally the worst part of like them breaking up and the drama and then like the anger and the emotions, like that's the worst part. And so like now it's just all about rebuilding. Like your sister is eventually going to move on and meet someone else. And same with your brother-in-law, and like just trying to be supportive and like staying in your own lane and focusing on your life is probably the best thing.
Yeah. And I think the only thing you can do is just like communicate to your parents that you're like, yeah, this isn't ideal for me either.
Yeah.
I think that would actually go really long with them, honestly. Like when they're like, oh, they're winning, and be like, no, this is actually hard for me too.
Yes. And communicating that. Yeah. And it's just like, I feel torn. I just want to let you know that like I love you and blah, 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 blah.
It's so hard because that's your sister and you like never want to lose your sister. And you also don't want to lose your boyfriend.
Yeah. And probably your sister is, it would suck. Yeah. It would just suck to be like the sister and also you, like in this scenario. Like,
it doesn't sound like your sister's telling you to break up with him. It's just like,
no. Awkward. And like probably your sister, like the fact that your sister's not telling you things, it means that like she is trying to protect you probably.
And she like respects your relationship. She's
totally.
Like, not expecting you to break up with him. So yeah.
Totally.
And I think that's.
So sorry. That sucks. That's hard. No, that's really hard.
Thank you all for sharing. Also, future Sister Sundays will be going up on, not Sister Sundays, Sister Hotline will be going up on Sunday, on a Sister Sunday. So then we can get all your responses on that day. You know, as you're pensive on your Sunday and going into Monday, you can respond. And they're completely anonymous. We literally have no idea who sent these in.
Yeah,
and I'll be honest, it's killing me.
I mean, we're really curious.
I'm so
But honestly, if you have follow-ups to your stories, we'd love to hear them.
Mm-hmm. Updates.
Yeah, updates.
Let us know.
Please let us know.
But yeah, anything under the sun, please send it in. We love this and we love you guys. It's so fun to just like hear from you. You guys are the best. Proven to me time and time again. Anyways, love you guys. See you next time. Bye.